Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sean here, and welcome back to another rebuild where today we're going to be doing the New York Giants. So I think this is definitely going to be a really fun and interesting rebuild. I'm definitely going to try to speed things up a little bit for you guys in this one, since the last rebuild was an absurdly long movie of a rebuild at 2 hours. So I'm going to try to cut some stuff out, speed things up a little bit. So let's go ahead and get into this roster overview. So, of course, we do have old man Eli Manning chilling at a 75 overall. I think he'll probably be with us for definitely this year and next year. And then he's probably going to retire. Obviously, we also have Saquon Barkley at running back, the number 2 pick in this past year's draft. Dude is an absolute beast. He's going to be a 99 very soon, I would think. Also have some playmakers at receiver. Odell Beckham at a 97. Sterling Shepard at an 82. He does have quick, but I don't know. He's probably going to want more money than I'm going to want to pay him. So, I mean, we'll see how he performs, but he may not be in the team's long-term plans. Tight end, we do have another playmaker in Evan Ingram. Definitely envision him being our long-term tight end at an 84 with quick. So yeah, I would definitely think he's going to be around for quite some time. We also have another rookie here on the O-line, left guard Will Hernandez, 79 star. He's going to develop for us for sure. Moving on to the defense, we do have Olivier Vernon, who's still pretty solid at an 84. I think he's like 28? 27. All right, even better. Janoris Jenkins, we're actually about to trade here in a second, so I signed DRC to replace him. Also signed DELVIN Bro just to have a second somewhat not trash corner. Lorenzo Carter, who is another rookie, playing outside linebacker in a 3-4, but I kind of forced the team to switch to a 4-3. So I have him at right end, 75 quick. Hopefully he'll develop. I have done a Giants rebuild by myself before, and he hasn't developed, unfortunately. Landon Collins here, though, at strong safety, 86, and I think, yeah, he also is quick. He's going to be good for us. TJ Green's just a placeholder for the time being. Navarro Bowman's a placeholder. Jack Mewhort I signed. Maybe he could stick around. Richie Incognito, also a placeholder. And Nate Solder, I would envision that we're probably going to move on from him fairly soon. So, like I was saying, we are going to be trading away Janoris Jenkins right here, this very second, to the Packers for their first-round pick next year and a 6th this year. And I also have 2 trades in mind, so let me go do those really quick. Well, trade number 1 was fairly easy, and I know we did do the same exact thing in the last rebuild, but we really have a sore spot at free safety. So we are going to be sending Mario Edwards to the Texans for Andre Howell. Going to slide over into that free safety spot. Now, the other trade I had in mind, not a trade block trade, but realistically, he probably could be. So we're going to be looking at Matt Slauson because we have a giant gaping hole at right tackle. Look at that. Chad Wheeler, 67, is our current starter. So what do they want? A corner. We don't really have a lot in terms of corners. Maybe we could send him Alec Ogletree, get rid of that contract, and they do accept that. So we get a new starting right tackle, and we get rid of a bad contract all in one. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, guys, so we're here at the midseason point of year number 1, and we're sitting with a record of 4-3, and we're actually tied for first with the Cowboys and the Eagles in the NFC East. So pretty interesting division race going on so far in the year. We do have some players that want some new contracts here, including Landon Collins, who's actually the only big name that we have to sign this year. Aldrick Rosas, I mean, you can get a kicker anywhere. But Landon Collins, definitely want to bring you back, my guys. So let's just make sure, entice you a little bit. There we go. We get him, and we're moving on to the end of the season. All right, guys, so at the end of the first year, we missed the playoffs, and we finished with a record of 7-9, tied for last in the NFC East. Yeah, you know what? It's about what I expected for this season. A lot better than the Giants are doing in real life. So we finished 23rd in offense and 6th in defense. All right, well, let's take a look at stats. Eli Manning with a surprisingly pretty good year, 3,900 yards, 26 touchdowns, 7 picks. Saquon Barkley in his rookie year, almost 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns, pretty solid. Moving on, Odell Beckham led the team, 84 catches, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. Sterling Shepard didn't do too bad. Same for Evan Ingram. As for the offensive line, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Defense, led by Navarro Bowman, the stopgap, 10 tackles for loss, 121 tackles. Sacks going to be led by Lorenzo Carter, the rookie, with 10. Olivier Vernon with 9.5. Dalvin Tomlinson, 5.5. And picks, we got DRC with 4. Landon Collins with 3. Fairly certain Landon Collins also had a touchdown or 2. He had 2. All right, saw a couple Defensive Player of the Weeks throughout the season. Aldrick Rosas was actually pretty solid kicking. Riley Dixon, not too bad. Actually pretty good in punting. I'm not super interested in the return stuff. But anyway, Todd Gurley winning MVP on the 13-3 Rams. We do not have anybody in the top 10. No surprise there. Also winning Offensive Player of the Year is Todd Gurley. We do not have anybody in the top 10, but Josh Rosen, surprisingly enough, finishes 9th. Defensive Player of the Year, we also don't have anybody. All right, so Josh Rosen does also win Offensive Rookie. Saquon finishing 2nd. Defensive Rookie, Fred Warner. All right. Roquan Smith in 2nd. We got Lorenzo Carter here at 5. BJ Hill at 8. So not too bad from our defensive rookies. Best quarterback, Eli Manning is not up here, and he was actually fairly solid. Best running back, we do have Saquon at 8. And receiver, we got Odell at 8 as well. O-line, nobody. No surprise there. We were pretty garbage. D-line, we do have Olivier Vernon at 9. And Lorenzo Carter's not up here, even though he had half a sack more than Vernon. Linebacker, we do not have anybody. DB, we got DRC at 4. No Landon Collins. And kicker, who's everybody cares about, kicker, Aldrick Rosas in 8th. So, kind of a tough year one. Definitely going to look to build upon it. But we're moving on to the offseason. So in year one, in what could very well be a fairly realistic Super Bowl matchup this year, the Patriots end up beating the Rams 30-24. And we have 27 players to re-sign. Oh, good God. Oh, God. All right, so after having to deal with 27 players wanting a contract, in free agency, we do actually miss out on Trevor Williams. Try to sign him to a 4-year deal. But we do get a few other guys. Will Ty's coming back. What's this guy's name? Justin? Yeah, Justin March Lillard. Coming in on like a 2-year deal, I think. Aldrick Rosas coming back. And we are also signing Michael Kendricks as kind of another placeholder at the outside linebacker spot. I mean, like I said, or did I say? I don't remember, man. This is like the 3rd time that I've, or I did like 3 intros, is what I'm trying to say. But this team has such a lack of talent all around. It's kind of tough. It's really kind of tough. But I will see you guys at the draft. All right, guys. So we're here after the draft in year one, and it has become official. I have used this draft class too many times. I've gotten to the point where I know everybody in the class, and if they're good or not, what kind of dev they have. And that's just one more thing that Madden needs to change and add a feature in, because my God, is it frustrating. So, anyway, enough of my talking shit about Madden. On to our draft class. So with our first pick, we had the 12th pick in the draft. We took Devin White, middle linebacker out of LSU, 79 star. Definitely much needed for this defense. In the second round, we took Demetris Robertson, receiver out of Georgia, 77 quick. Third round, we got my guy that I missed out on in the last rebuild, Levante Taylor, 76 star. You guys are going to see what I mean. Chris Boyd, another corner in the 4th round, 74 star. Montre Hardage, who we already know has star from if you guys have seen my Oilers franchise. But he's a 74. The only knock on him is he's pretty slow with an 86 speed, so he's really going to only be working out of the slot. I think. Am I thinking about that right? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, on to the 6th round, we took Trace McSorley just to have another backup. Matt Gay. We took kicker out of Utah. Going to start for us. We're going to get rid of Ultra Grossos, even though we just brought him back. Matt Gay is pretty good. And also in the 7th round, we took a punter, Corey Fatoni, who's going to replace Riley Dixon, also for whatever reason as quick dev. But that's going to do it for this draft. On to year 2. All right, guys, so this is what the team is going to be looking like for year 2. Still rolling with Eli Manning for his final year before he hopefully retires. I think this is the final year of his contract. So either way, we are going to be looking to the draft for a new quarterback come the offseason. The offensive line, at least on the left side and in the middle, is the same. Okay, I did sign Matt Slauson to play right tackle again, but I guess he's not going to. I also signed John Miller in free agency in the preseason to play right guard because the right side of the line, I was going to address it, and then the player I wanted got taken. So that's unfortunate. The offensive line definitely still needs a ton of help. But Saquon Barkley, I almost said Matt Barkley. Saquon's up to a 92. He would actually be higher, but I was trying to train or upgrade his power back so I can switch to a vertical power run instead of a vertical zone run, which uses an elusive back. Odell is a 99. Sterling Shepard actually is up to an 86, so pretty decent development out of him. As for the defense, basically, well, not even, actually. A lot has changed on the defense. Devin White starting in the middle. We do have Michael Kendricks. Levante Taylor, Chris Boyd, and Montre Hardage are all going to be seeing a lot of playing time as I did get rid of the RC and, what's his name? Oh, Delvin Breaux. Got rid of both of them so I can get our rookies as much playing time as possible. So, with that being said, I will see you guys at the midseason. So here at the midseason point of year number 2, once again, we're sitting at a record of 4-2, and this time the Eagles are kind of running away with it a little bit, 6-1. We actually just gave them the first loss of the year. We beat them pretty good, 35-14. So we do have a few players to re-sign, one of which being Sterling Shepard, who I think I am actually going to give a contract because last year he was pretty good. He's up to an 87. Developing somewhat nicely, and he does sign with us. Michael Kendricks, Will Tye, Navarro Bowman, Eli Manning. He's gonna retire. He only wants $5 million anyway. Jeez, dude. But that's pretty much gonna do it for this point. I'm not too big on re-signing the rest of these guys, so I'll see you at season's end. Maybe we can make the playoffs. Maybe not. Probably not. But maybe. All right, so in a shocking turn of events, this has actually played out exactly like the first time I rebuilt the Giants by myself. We finished 10-6, and we make the wild card as we finish second in the division behind the 11-4-1 Eagles. So before we get into this game against the Packers, let's take a look. We finished with the 13th offense in the league and the 11th defense. So taking a look at stats. Eli Manning really hasn't been bad. 4,200 yards, 28 touchdowns, 8 picks. Saquon Barkley, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. I'd like to see a little bit more production out of Saquon, but I can't really fault him too much because our offensive line is still pretty trash. Odell Beckham again leading our team. 91 catches, almost 1,400 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Pretty damn good year out of him. Evan Ingram, pretty solid. Sterling Shepard, though, maybe shouldn't have given him $40 million because Philip Dorsett, who I signed off the street in free agency, got more yards than him. Saquon Barkley almost matched his receiving total. I don't know what happened there. I really couldn't tell you. Offensive line. Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Nate Solder, get your ass off this team. Jeez, man. So Michael Kendricks and the rookie Devin White tying for the lead in tackles on our team with 100 each. 3 sacks each as well. Sacks going to be led by Lorenzo Carter with only 6. DALVIN Tomlinson had 5. Olivier Vernon and BJ Hill each had 4.5. Devin White also led our team in picks. Nobody else really got some hands on the ball, which kind of sucks. Kicking with the rookie was a little bit shaky, but that's kind of to be expected. Punting was pretty good. Didn't look at his last year, but really, return stuff does not matter. I pressed the wrong button. Anyway, return stuff does not matter. So let's look at awards with Deshaun Watson winning MVP this year. We do not have anybody in the top 10 yet again. Todd Gurley is the back-to-back Offensive Player of the Year with Jared Goff finishing 2nd. And we have Eli Manning coming in 10th. That's a surprise. Defensive Player of the Year, Devin White actually finished 2nd. So hopefully that's going to be good enough for Defensive Rookie of the Year as well. Anybody else? No. Offensive Rookie? Nope. Oh, Demetris Robertson. Oh, no. Oh, I think I just realized what happened. We'll get to that in a second. Oh, my God. I'm so disheartened. Oh, God. Okay, anyway, Devin White does win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Levante Taylor in 6th, Montre Hardage 8, Chris Boyd 9. So, God damn it! All right, and you know what? I don't even care. I don't care anymore. So I know what happened. Here it is. Yep, Philip Dorsett, for whatever reason, was in the wide receiver 3 spot over Demetris Robertson all fucking year. God damn it. Anyway, well, after that blunder, it's kind of a redshirt season, I guess, for Demetris Robertson. That kind of sucks. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and get into this wildcard game against the Packers, who we actually own their first-round pick. So it's looking like both of these are going to be relatively late in the first round. All right, so we are in the second half now. It's currently 20-17, pretty close game, and we take the lead for the first time all game, and it's just going back and forth. We tie it up, they kick a field goal to take the lead, and they win by a score of 37-34. So we do get knocked out in the wild card round. Oh my God, Eli, 493 yards. Jeez, dude. Odell Beckham at 195. Oh my goodness. Man. All right, what a way to go out. So year 2 Super Bowl sees the Rams making it back to the big game after losing to the Patriots last year. This year, they beat the Broncos 27-20. Got 17 players here to resign. Philip Dorsett, you pissed me off. Get off my team. Corey Coleman, John Miller, Justin Hardy. Justin Hardy I might bring back just because the ECU connection. That's pretty much the only reason. Michael Kendricks, you're 30. I don't know. All right, so in free agency, the only guys we're going to be bringing in this year are Brandon Shell, and he's going to sign Sean Lee, who is surprisingly an upgrade over Michael Kendricks. So still a stopgap at right outside linebacker. Definitely need to be looking there in this upcoming draft, and maybe even next year at the outside linebacker spots. Very, very weak, unfortunately. Middle linebacker, though, seems like it's going to be locked down. Offensive line and quarterback are definitely our other areas of need. So I'm going to go ahead and do the draft, and I'll get back with you guys once we're done. All right, so we're here actually in the draft because we are making a blockbuster of a trade here. Trading up to number 1 with the Falcons, sending both of our first-round picks, 24 and 25, as well as a center, Spencer Pulley. And I think center was their top need. I guess Alex Mack must have retired or something. So reason behind this is we are grabbing our franchise quarterback, and that is going to be Tua Tagovailoa. So come here, boy. Superstar Dev, 83 overall. Yes, please. Thank you very much. All right, guys. So here after the second-year draft, after trading up to get Tua Tagovailoa to be our new franchise quarterback, That alone is probably a win, but in the second round, we nabbed Robert Beal, 75 star, play left outside linebacker for us. That was definitely a position of need. And then in the third round, we took Drew Richmond, 74 overall, but he's got superstar, which is quite nice. Fourth round, we took a 74 overall right tackle. He's got normal. Fifth round, Travis Etienne out of Clemson. This dude, I don't care what this rating says, 74 with 87 speed. Travis Etienne is extremely good. He's not, he was like a projected 7th rounder. Like, no, not going to happen. If Wayne Gallman, where did Wayne Gallman actually get drafted? I don't actually remember, but he got drafted higher than the 7th round, I'll tell you that. And Travis Etienne is much better than Wayne Gallman. Anyway, we got a shitty tight end with quick dev here in the 6th. We got a shitty guard here in also the 6th. And we got another shitty running back in the 7th, just to really kind of fill some holes and get some backups on the team. Alright guys, so this is going to be the depth chart for year number 3 with Tua Tagovailoa as our starting quarterback. Sterling Shepard's actually up to a 90 overall, which is pretty nice. DEMETRIS Robertson, after basically sitting out his rookie year because of Philip Dorsett's yeah, you know, there are some words I want to say, but I also want to keep this monetized. Anyway, Drew Richmond with that superstar dev. I also realized I kind of messed up here because the offensive line is not good, and at this point I need to train quarterbacks to improve Tua. So until I get Tua to like a 99, basically, I'm not going to train offensive line, which is going to be rough. Anyway, as for the defense, Devin White is up to an 89 after his rookie year. We got rookie Robert Beal starting at left outside. Landon Collins, 96 now. Andre Howell, 91. Montre Hardage is up to an 88. Levante Taylor at an 85 with his skill point to use. And Chris Boyd is at an 82. So our defense, oh, actually, by the way, Lorenzo Carter up to an 85 as well. Our defense is really starting to come together. Just missing a long-term right outside linebacker, and then I think we're going to be pretty set. And as for the offense, the offensive line is still a huge point that needs to be fixed. So we're going to see how we can do this season. I mean, we didn't make the playoffs last year, but we do also have a rookie quarterback who may go through some struggles. So we're going to see, but I'll see you guys first at the midseason. So here at the midseason mark of year number 3, for the 3rd straight time, we are 4-2, and somehow the Redskins are 6-0. Wonderful. So, 2nd in the division, not too bad. We do have a few players that want some new contracts. DALVIN Tomlinson being the biggest name here, both literally and metaphorically. And he does re-sign with us. Andre Howell also wants a new deal. He is 28, wants a 4-year deal. I think I will sign him to that. We've got some cap room to blow anyway. And he does come back. Olivier Vernon, once again, we are going to retain him, even though he told us to fuck off the first time, and he's 29. I mean, you know, in the Giants rebuild I did on my own, Olivier Vernon was an absolute beast for me, even though he was like, you know, 31, 32, 33. So I think, well, I'm hoping he can replicate that here. But we'll see. Sean Lee, I don't want to bring back. Wayne Gallman, I don't really care either way. And the rest of these guys, I don't care. So I will see you guys at the end of the season where we're going to see if we can make a 2nd straight playoff berth. All right. We're at the end of a very competitive and frustrating season as we missed the playoffs with a record of 9-7. Actually tied for last, I guess, with the Cowboys in the NFC East. But let's take a look at stats. We had the best offense in the league. We got 9-7 in the 18. Bro, come on. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see what happened. Tua, almost 4,400 yards in his rookie year, 28 touchdowns, 17 picks. Not too bad. We'd like to see fewer picks, but Overall, not too bad. Saquon Barkley finally popping off at the kind of production I would expect from him. Almost 1,600 yards, 13 touchdowns. Love to see it. Sterling Shepard finally doing something on this team. 108 catches, led the team. 1,100 yards, 3 touchdowns. And Odell Beckham absolutely playing out of his mind. 87 catches, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns. Evan Ingram, solid year. DEMETRIS Robertson. I mean, what more can you do with Sterling Shepard and Odell Beckham putting up numbers like that? And you have a good receiving tight end. Not complaining about that. Sacks look like they were down from last year after getting rid of Nate Solder. Actually, we didn't even get rid of him. He let up 1 sack this year as the backup. Onto the defense, Sean Lee. Old man leading the team in tackles with 103. Also had 4 sacks. And Olivier Vernon, there we go. 10 sacks. He may be getting old, but he can still put up some numbers. Lorenzo Carter and DALVIN Tomlinson each had 7.5. Picks, again, not a ton on that front. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the scheme or the playbook that I use on defense, but this seems to be a recurring issue for me. My teams very, very much struggle to actually get picks, and I don't know why. But it kind of is a bit frustrating. Anyway, kicking was much better than last year. Punting, still pretty good. So, looking at the yearly awards, Todd Gurley wins his 2nd MVP in 3 years. Blake Bortles is up there. Get out of here. Jake Fromm on the Patriots. Wonderful. We do have Saquon Barkley at 9, which is cool. Todd Gurley again. Is that the 3rd straight year? I think it, yeah, it is. 3rd straight year winning Offensive Player of the Year. We got Saquon at 4, and that's it. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Deion Jones, and we do not have anybody up there. We do get Offensive Rookie with Tua, which is nice. Defensive Rookie goes to Patty Fisher, and we got Robert Beal at 9. Wait, was there someone else? No. I thought there might have been. Tua comes in 8th for best quarterback. Saquon in 3rd for best running back. Odell wins best receiver. Cool. No Sterling Shepard, though. We got Will Hernandez at 4 for best offensive line, best D-line. We got Olivier Vernon at 8. Linebacker, nobody. D-back, nobody. Kicker, though. There he is. There he is. All right. You know what? I really quickly, I want to highlight how fucking shit of a game Madden 19 is. Do you see this? Do you see what happened? Pro Bowl appearance, lost his superstar dev, had 1,600 yards, 6 yards per carry, and how many touchdowns? Like 14? How many touchdowns did he have? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. And the man lost his superstar dev. 13 touchdowns. Are you kidding me? You lose superstar after putting up those numbers? And he made a Pro Bowl. Like, what more do you want? What more could you possibly want than that? That is an incredible running back season right there. Not like, I mean, it's not a 2,000-yard season, but that is an elite-level running back season. 6 yards per carry. You're out of your fucking mind, Madden. Okay. One more thing. One more thing. So, I was going to point out, Levante Taylor got superstar. Didn't make a Pro Bowl or anything, but I didn't realize he had 98 tackles, which is quite a lot. Also had a sack and 2 picks. So not too bad. That's probably warranted. But Andre Howell, 86 tackles, 1 sack. No picks, no tackles for loss. As a free safety, and look what happened. He gained star. I'm pretty sure it all has to do with each individual player's goals for the season, but that is just the dumbest system you could possibly have. I can't even go on more about it. I'm going to make a video of all of the shit things in Madden 19 and in previous Maddens and how they need to fix it, because their franchise mode is so trash. I don't know if you guys realize, but it is terrible. Anyway, I'm done with my ranting. Moving on to the offseason. So in the year 3 Super Bowl, we got the Jags and the Falcons, which sees the Falcons winning 35-28. So we do have some players to re-sign here, including a trash fullback, Sean Lee, who led the team in tackles, and we still don't have a replacement for, so we'll take it back on a 1 year. Okay. Wayne Gallman, who actually wants less money now than he did before, which is cool, but the rest of these guys, I am not at all worried about. You know what? Yeah, sure. I'll bring him back. I don't really care. We do need a backup running back, and okay, never mind. All right, so the guys that we're going to be bringing in this year's free agency include Zay Jones, Jason Kelsey, Adam Shaheen, one of those, tight end. James Conner, who I know we had in the last one, but he's a pretty good backup. And I mean, as far as power backs go, it was either James Conner again or piece of shit Kareem Hunt, who wanted like $82 million, which I was not going to spend on a running back, but we made up for it by signing the other piece of shit, in Reuben Foster, mostly because we really need a right outside linebacker. Also signed Taylor Moton because our offensive line is still trash. So with that, I will see you guys after the draft. All right, so here after the year 3 draft, in the first round, we had the 17th pick. We took left tackle Alex Leatherwood out of Alabama, 78, technically. Quick Dev. Second round, we took a receiver, Darion Kendrick, out of Clemson, 76 quick. Third round, took another left tackle, Jared Viola, 75 star out of Idaho. Fourth round, took a fullback, another star, 75. And fifth round, we took a strong safety, Perry Mumphrey, just because could use an upgrade at backup, and he's got a little bit of potential with that quick dev. So on to year 4, where hopefully a repeat of last year doesn't happen. All right, guys, so at the start of year number, what is this, 4? Yeah, this is 4. Team's looking a bit better. We are actually a 97 offense, 97 defense, 95 overall. Offensive line is looking like it's going to be much improved this year. I'm actually just going to train offensive line this year. 2 out of 95 is pretty good after his rookie year. Sterling Shepard's actually developed quite nicely for me, up to a 93. Pretty happy to see that. DEMETRIS Robertson up to an 88 as well. As for the defense, Devin White at a 95, new addition Reuben Foster at right outside linebacker. Robert Beal still needs some development, but D-line's looking pretty solid. Lorenzo Carter actually developed this time for me, at an 89 now with star. I think he got that after his like 6 sack seasons. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Corners have developed quite nicely. Hardage at a 95, Taylor at a 93, and Boyd at a 91. Landon Collins is also a 99, so we have two 99s, soon to be 4, maybe a 5th in Tua. Might be able to get to 6 or 7 with these corners. We're gonna see, especially if we go to a year 5. But anyway, I will see you guys at the midseason. So here at the midseason point of year number 4, we finally broken the trend, and we are 5-1 halfway through. Actually in first place in the divisions, so things are looking better this year than they were last year, that's for sure. But players to re-sign this year, we do have Will Hernandez, who wants about 60 mil, Lorenzo Carter, Evan Ingram, Jason Kelsey on a 1 year, Taylor Moton on a 1 year, BJ Hill, TJ Green, Sam Beal, Adam Shaheen again on a 1 year. Bunch of guys. And how much money do we have? Okay, we can probably get this done. Alright, guys. So, here at the end of year 4, we made the playoffs. And we actually won our division and somehow got a bye week with a record of 11-5, which was extremely surprising to me when I saw that. But anyway, let's look at stats. We had the best offense in the league again. And 17th defense. Yikes. All right, so look at stats. Tua Tagovailoa at 4,700 yards, 42 touchdowns, 9 picks. Definitely a great sophomore campaign. Saquon Barkley, 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns. I probably took his dev away again. James Conner also had 500 yards and 10 touchdowns as the backup. Told you guys he was a good backup. Odell Beckham, once again, having a damn good season. 96 catches, 1,300 yards, 14 touchdowns. Might be good enough for back-to-back wide receiver of the year, but we'll find out. Sterling Shepard dropped off a little bit, but Evan Ingram still... All right. Sterling Shepard and Evan Ingram are just putting up numbers. I mean, as a second option, you know, and a tight end, a vertical threat tight end, they're putting up pretty good numbers, aside from that 1 year for Sterling Shepard, which I think was like year 2 when I gave him that $40 million contract. He was not very good. But every year aside from then, he's been pretty damn good. Saquon Barkley put up another 404 in the air, as well as for the offensive line this year. Much improved. Much, much better. Defense led by Devin White with 98 tackles and 2 sacks. Sacks can be led by Reuben Foster. Yeah, you probably just pictured every quarterback as his girlfriend. Lorenzo Carter, 8.5. Olivier Vernon, 7.5. Dalvin Tomlinson, 7. Picks led by Levante Taylor once again. My teams just can't get picks. Yeah, I don't understand what it is. Kicking is pretty solid. Punting is a little bit worse than it has been, but it's still pretty solid. So, let's see. Oh! Hello. Tua win an MVP. What a surprise. Todd Gurley didn't win it for once. Cool. That is cool. Also wins Offensive Player of the Year. Very nice. Anybody else here? We got Saquon at 8. Defensive Player of the Year to Aaron Donald. And a lot of Bears and Rams up here, looks like. We do not have anybody in the top 10. Offensive Rookie. We do have our fullback here at 6. All right. Defensive Rookie. Did we start a Defensive Rookie? No, we did not. Best QB, of course, to Tua. Best running back. Who would have guessed anything different? Saquon at 3. And Odell does win Best Receiver in back-to-back years, which is pretty cool. Best O-line goes to Will Hernandez, up to that 99 as well. We're going to have to take a look and see how many 99s we have. And also free agent signing Jason Kelsey at number 10. Best D-line, we do not have anyone. Same for best linebacker, and same for best defensive back. But the old kicker's up there at 8 again. All right, so let's see how many 99s we have on this team now. Tua's a 99, Saquon's a 99, Odell's a 99. Will Hernandez is a 99, so that's 2, 3, 4. Okay. Moving on. Oh, by the way, our offense and defense are both 99 overalls. Montre Hardage, Levante Taylor, Chris Board's a 98. Pretty damn close. Devin White and Landon Collins. So that makes 8. 8 99s. It's about time. Anyway, let's advance the week, see who we're taking on in the divisional round, and it's going to be the 10-6 Saints. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this game. Oh, wait a minute. I actually need to do something. I gotta change the difficulty in case I decide to drop in there. I always have it on rookie just because I hardly ever actually play the games. It's just to get the, what's it called? It's the trainings done easier. So anyway, we are a 97. As we know, they are a 90. Let's get this bread, brothers. All right, so we're coming up on halftime. Currently 35-14. We are putting on quite a clinic, although we're kind of letting them come back. And as soon as I say that, we got like 3 turnovers and score on every one of them. So we're going to win this game 55-39. And I feel like I'm really close to the mic when I'm talking. Sorry. Anyway, so Tua had 5 touchdowns on the day. Quite nice, but we're moving on. All right, so in the conference championship, we are taking on the 15-1 Rams and God Turley. So this ought to be fun. They are a 93. We're still a 97. All right, so we're coming up on halftime. We're currently up 27-10 at the start of the second half. Make that 30-13. We score again at the start of the fourth, 37-21 now. And it's looking like, oh, wait, it's close. Okay, we score again. All right, we're good. We good. We go to the Super Bowl. We are going to the Super Bowl. And wow, we managed to put up 44 points with Tua not even throwing a touchdown pass. Saquon Barkley really carried the team. 5 touchdowns? Did that tie the record? That might have tied the record for most rushing touchdowns in a game. Jeez, man. All right, boys and girls, it is Super Bowl week at Super Bowl Dallas, apparently. We're taking on the 8-8 Cincinnati Bengals. They're in 86, and they may or may not have Justin Herbert starting at quarterback. So hopefully this should go pretty far in our favor. All right, guys, coming up on halftime. Score is currently 28-35. Oh, man. We really poured it on right there before the half. But this has, man, the end of that first half just sealed the game for us. And, okay. So we're going to be Super Bowl champions. 49-24 is the final score. And Andy Dalton's actually the starter, I guess. Okay. I know they drafted Justin Herbert in year 1. But apparently he never panned out. All right, and Saquon Barkley is going to be the Super Bowl MVP. So let's take a look at some stats and see exactly what happened. Tua had a pretty good game, 360 yards, 3 touchdowns. Andy Dalton actually threw for 3 touchdowns, but he also threw a pick. Joe Mixon, not too bad. But Saquon Barkley, these past 2 games, he's had 9 touchdowns. That is insane. Odell Beckham made himself a case for MVP. 200 yards, 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl. Apparently Curtis Samuel's now on the Bengals, which is weird. So apparently we got 2 sacks on Andy Dalton, 1 from Olivier Vernon, and 1 from BJ Hill and DALVIN Tomlinson. And Landon Collins got the pick on Andy Dalton. All right, guys, so this is the final Super Bowl winning squad, headlined by Tua Tagovailoa. And let me quickly count up how many 99s we have now. So Tua, Saquon Barkley, Odell Beckham, Will Hernandez. So we got 4 on offense. And we got Montre Hardage, Levante Taylor. What's this guy's first name? Chris. I've lost count. We had 4 on offense, so that's 6. So Chris Boyd is 7. We got Devin White, 8. Do we have anybody else? And Landon Collins, 9. So we had 9 99 overalls, and I have no doubt that if we had gone on to a Season 5, we would have had a couple more. Maybe Dalvin Tomlinson, maybe Lorenzo Carter, maybe Andre Howell if regression didn't hit him. Who else? Richmond for sure. Leatherwood maybe could get up there. Viola maybe could get up there. Probably not 99, but like 93, 95. That area. Sterling Shepard probably would get there. Demetris Robertson probably would get there. So this team is absolutely stacked. And aside from me getting extremely frustrated at the game, which by the way, sorry for getting mad. It was a good rebuild, and we did wind up being Super Bowl champions in 4 years. So I would say job well done, and we did definitely manage to build a pretty damn stacked team. So that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. As for the team that I'm thinking about doing next, I'm considering a few. I'm thinking maybe the Bills, maybe the Colts, maybe the... Who else was I thinking? I think I was thinking about doing the Cowboys, but I want to go back to an AFC team. All right, but if you guys have any suggestions for an AFC team, or if you want to choose between the Bills and the Colts, let me know in the comments, and I will take that into consideration. But anyway, like I said, hope you guys did enjoy. Have a good one.